Sorting materials, class 6, chapter 4, question answer and question H. Answer the following questions in detail. Question number 1. Explain the properties based on which you can classify materials. Children, in this question you have to tell all the properties which help you to classify materials. Now, some of the properties on the basis of which material can be classified are: first, you remember the properties name: luster, hardness, texture, and state. Now, luster. Materials such as gold and silver that have shine, they are called lustrous material. And materials such as wood and paper that don't have shine are called non-lustrous. According to luster property, materials can be classified into two groups: lustrous and non-lustrous. Now the second property is hardness. Materials that can be compressed easily are called soft material. Material which can be easily compressed, they are soft. For example, soft toys like teddy bear and pillows. And materials such as wood and stone that cannot be compressed easily, so they are called hard. According to hardness, we classify materials into two groups: soft and hard. Now the next property is texture. Materials such as polished gemstone that have even surfaces are called smooth materials. Materials such as bark of the tree that have uneven surfaces are called rough. According to texture property, we classify material into two groups: smooth and rough. And the next property is state. Based on the state, materials can be classified as solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas. Now the question 2. Differentiate between solids, liquids, and gases and show the arrangement of particles in each with the help of a diagram. Solids, liquid, and gases. Solids. These have a definite shape and volume. Particles are tightly packed. Particles are tightly packed in solids. Third point is particles cannot flow. In solids, particles cannot flow. And fourth point is these cannot be compressed. Now about liquids. Liquids don't have a definite shape but have a definite volume. Particles in liquids are loosely packed and particles can flow. And fourth point is these can be compressed slightly. Slightly means to some extent. Gases. These don't have a definite shape and volume. Particles can flow freely and particles are very loosely packed and these are highly compressible. Gases are highly compressible. Children, here you are seeing diagram of solid, liquid, and gas. In solids, the particles are closely arranged. There is no space in between the two particles. In liquids, the particles are loosely arranged and there is space between the two particles. In gases, the particles are very loosely or randomly arranged and there are lot of spaces in between the particles. Now come to question number 3. Differentiate between transparent, translucent, and opaque objects with example. Now answer. Transparent object. These objects allow light to pass through them completely. The objects which allow light to pass through them completely are called transparent object. Example: air and clear glass. Second is translucent object. Translucent objects allow light to pass through them only partially. Means light totally can't pass through them. Example: butter paper and frosted glass. Through the translucent object we can see faint or blurred. Opaque object. These objects don't allow light to pass through them. Example: cardboard and wood. Cardboard and wood, wall, tile, etc. These don't allow light to pass through them. Number 4. What is conductivity? What are the two types of conductors? Give two examples of each. Now, conductivity. The property of a material to allow heat and electricity to pass through it is called conductivity. The property of the material to allow heat and electricity to pass through it. So this is called conductivity. Now, materials that allow heat to pass through them, they are called conductors, conductors of heat. For example, iron and aluminium. Iron and aluminium allow heat to pass through them, so they are conductors. Materials that allow electricity to pass through them, they are called conductors of electricity. Example, copper and aluminium. Copper and aluminium are good conductor of electricity. Now question number 5. Why does a material float or sink in water? Explain with the help of a diagram. Now materials such as stone and iron that are denser than water sink in water. The material whose density is more than water, they sink in water. And materials such as feather and leaf that are less dense than water, less dense, or the material whose density is lesser than water, so they float. Now children, you are seeing figure. Stone, they sink in water, and the leaf, it float on water. Leaf, its density is less than water, so it float. Stone, its density is more than water, so it sink.